એલિગન્ટ ઓવરસીઝ સ્પોકન ઇંગ્લિશ અને IELTS માટે સૌરાષ્ટ્રમાં પ્રથમ સ્થાન ધરાવતી સંસ્થા.
Hello everyone, I am Benita and I am a certified French trainer. Now in this modern era, the importance of French is not unknown now. We all know that French is the next important language after English. It is the world's second most spoken language, of course after English. So it's always a benefit. It has its own set of advantages if we know a second international language. English is the most obviously commonly spoken language now, but then if we know another international language, it has a number of other advantages for the students who want to go to abroad for their further studies to any French speaking country, as well as for the professionals who are looking for a progress in their life outside this country. So for all these people, French is obviously an important language, a very important language. So today, let us start with our first session of French. Now in this session, first of all, we'll be doing the basic pronunciations of all the alphabets. Next, we will see the pronunciation of vowels in French. And the third part will be a set of vocabulary for the day. In each and every session, we will take up one set of vocabulary apart from the other parts of pronunciation, grammar, whatever will be coming in the sessions. So, let us start our session with the basic pronunciations of the alphabets. First of all, A is pronounced as A. A is A. B is Be. C, Say. D. Now in French, there is nothing like the. The sound does not exist in French. The in English is always the in French. The sound of D is always the in French. So this becomes they. D becomes they. E becomes u. F, the same F. G, now again, as there is nothing like the, as I have already said, there is nothing like j in English. J is always j. The sound of measurement, the sound j, that will be over here j. There is nothing like j in French. So G becomes j. H is ash. I, E, J, again the sound j doesn't exist, so this is G. K is ka. L, M, N, the same as in English. O, again similar to English. P becomes pe. Q is ku. R is air. S, the same S. Now similarly to D, the sound T does not exist in French. So the sounds D, J and T don't exist in French. If D is the, T is always T. So this becomes te. U is u. V is we. W, W. X, X, Y, Y, Z, Z. Let us again refer to the alphabets. A, B, C, D, U, F, J. H, E, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, W, W, X, Y, Z. Now, where are we going to use these pronunciations of alphabets? Whenever we need to spell out something, maybe our name or maybe the name of any place or whatever, for spelling out the names, we always will have to use these alphabets, the pronunciations of these alphabets. Now, let us move on to the pronunciation of the vowels. Now, in English, there are 26 alphabets, exactly the same way. In French, the alphabets remain the same as we have already seen, but then there is one minor difference. In English, there are 5 vowels: A, E, I, O and U. In French, there is one additional vowel, Y. So in French, there are 20 consonants and 6 vowels. Unlike in English, 21 consonants and 5 vowels. So A, E, I, O, U, Y. These are the 6 vowels in French. Now let us one by one have a look at their pronunciations. Now the first one is A. A is always pronounced as A in French. For example, la, the, feminine the. Now, unlike in English the is common for all the genders. In French, the will also differ according to the gender. This will be included in our grammar part. Here, A is pronounced as A. For example, la means the. Now in French, there are a number of accents which are placed on top of some of the vowels to signify their pronunciations in some cases. So this is one accent. When this accent is there, over here the pronunciation remains the same, A, but then when it is put on, this accent is put on this A, the meaning changes. Now this is la, this is also la. La without the accent is the. La with an accented A is there. Okay, so without accent, the word remains the same, but without accent, the meaning is the. With accented A, the meaning becomes there. Next is another accent which we can say an inverted V on top of A. Again, the pronunciation is very much similar, but then it has a bit longer sound. So this A is A, but a bit longer. So this word over here is arm. Arm means soul. All the 3 A's, with accent, without accent, the pronunciations are similar, but as we have seen that over here with the accented A, the meaning changes. Over here, a bit sound changes when we are making it a bit longer. Let us have a look at the other vowels. Next vowel is E. When placed in the middle of a syllable, it is like A. So this becomes mare. Mare means C. When E comes between 2 syllables, it is A. So mare is C. When placed at the end of a syllable, like E in her, so it is A. So this becomes L. L is the masculine the. La was the feminine the. L is the masculine the. E is silent when it is placed at the end of the word. It remains the same as in English. So the word over here is tas. As we have discussed, there is no t. So the word is tas. A is always A. Again, the rule of the first vowel. So the word becomes tas. Tas means a teacup. Next, again an accent over one E. So accented E is like A in fair. So this becomes mare. Mare means mother. Mare, mother. Again, an inverted V on top of E, is again the same, fair. So when we speak, it won't make a lot of difference in the pronunciations, but then we have to be careful in using these accents when we are writing. So this word becomes tet, no t. So it is tet. The E at the end of the word is silent. So the word over here becomes tet. Tet means head. Mare means sea. Le, masculine the. Tas, a teacup. Mare, mother. Tet, head. The next set is I and Y. As we have discussed earlier, Y is also a vowel in French. So I and Y both have the similar pronunciation, that is E in meat, a longer E. So the word over here becomes poly. Poly means polite. Poly, polite. Next is O. When it comes without any accents, O is like O in not, a wide pronunciation, not. So this word becomes post. Post, a post office. When it comes with an accented O, the inverted V one, it is O. Instead of O, it is O. So this becomes coat. Coat means coast. And U. U, this sound does not exist in English. Say E while shaping lips in an O. So this becomes U. U. U is pronounced wherever we see a U in any of the words in French, it is U. So this word becomes view. View means seen. Poly, polite. Post, post office. Coat, coast. View, seen. Now, once we are done with our pronunciation of vowels, now let us move forward to the combination of vowels. When 2 or 3 vowels combine in a word, how are they pronounced? We'll just have a look at them. There are very few combinations, but then they are important when pronunciations are mattered. The first one is EAU. When the combination of EAU comes together, and AU, EAU and AU, if these combinations come together, this becomes O in go. So it is pronounced wherever it is EAU together, it will be pronounced O. Similarly, when AU is together, it will be pronounced O. So the word becomes gato, auto, tableau. Gato, auto, tableau. EAU becomes O. T, as we have discussed, it's always ta. A is always A. So this becomes tableau. Gato. Okay, next combination is OU. OU is pronounced as U in moon. So the word becomes tourist. Tourist, vous, vous, and bonjour. Bonjour. Now this is vous, YS is not pronounced. will be the next part when we will be doing our pronunciation of consonants. Over here, the important thing is to pronounce OU. How it is pronounced? U. So this becomes vous, bonjour, and tourist. Next is OI. It is pronounced as wa. Wa. It is not oi. It is wa. So this word becomes roi. Roi, bonsoir, au revoir. Roi, bonsoir, au revoir. OI is pronounced as wa. Next is EU. EU is much like E in her. So the sound will be a. So the word becomes jeudi. There is nothing like je as we have already learned. So this becomes jeudi. No je, no de. It makes this jeudi. Next is bleu. Bleu. And the. Jeudi, bleu, the. And the last combination of vowels is UI. UI is pronounced as oui. Oui. So this becomes with, aujourd'hui, aujourd'hui, cuisine. With, aujourd'hui, cuisine. EAU or AU are pronounced as O, OU, U, OI is wa, EU is UI is ui. So this brings us to the end of the pronunciation of vowels and the combinations of vowels. Now moving forward, we will take the basic vocabulary. In the first session, we will be doing the vocabulary related to the months of the year. Les mois de l'année. We will just have a look at it. Why this pronunciation, how we will come to know when our sessions of pronunciations, we have completed the session of pronunciation of vowels, but still we are to do the pronunciation of consonants. When everything will be over, the session of pronunciations will be over, each and every logic will be solved. So over here we will just try to remember how these are pronounced just for the day. Again, we will be repeating these things when we do the consonants pronunciations. So January becomes janvier, January, janvier. February, février. March, mars. April, avril. May, May. The same. June, juin, June, juin. July, juillet, July, juillet. August, août, August, août. September, septembre. September becomes septembre. October is octobre. November, novembre. And December is décembre. We'll just have a quick look at this now. Les mois de l'année: janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre, décembre. So that's it for the day. Merci. Please We would like to invite you for our online lectures. All the information is given over here. You can just give us a call if at all you need it. We'll see you in the next session. Thank you.
એલિગન્ટ ઓવરસીઝ સ્પોકન ઇંગ્લિશ અને IELTS માટે સૌરાષ્ટ્રમાં પ્રથમ સ્થાન ધરાવતી સંસ્થા.